Let's do this. Final long-range sightlines. Warriors from across Tibet continue to exchange techniques and refine their tactics together. Recently skilled shooters from the Knights of Favonius, Fontaine's Masanga Gnash, and Natlan's Flower Feather clan assembled at Lumidus Harbor for a distinctive joint exercise. Oh, I have Witch's Lodge. Let me do that too. It's week 3, I guess. Let me do it too. I can do that after this. It's fine. I was thinking about doing the dance as well, but probably dance is not fully out yet. No? Isn't that what they do? By the way, I thank Preferences as well. Welcome in, bro. You're doing well. Welcome in. Oh, well, let's go. Okay, Chaska and Chevreuse. Terminal ballistics are impeccable, and the dispersion is close to the ideal. It's been a long time to have seen Chaska, though, to be fair. Nakrai was a weird timeline, to be fair. There was a lot of people that we haven't seen. According to our assessment modules here at the Masanga Ardenaj's Weapon Bureau, your weapon is very much a cannon. It's just a shame that we need at least 2 teams worth of manpower to deploy your musket in the field. It's too complicated to use. Thank you for the approval, Officer Chevreuse. Actually, I don't think the high barrier to entry is a bad thing. Before I had the Soul Sniper Ritual Staff, custom made by Shlonen, we agreed that the stronger the weapon, the stricter its usage standards should be. Apart from their difficulty of use, I even considered placing a moral cognition base lock on such weapons. You might need that, to be fair. That way we can ensure they are wielded by the right people, preventing any immense damage resulting from criminal theft. As a fair concern, Officer Chaska, weapon theft that leads to committed crimes is not uncommon here in Fontaine, yeah. Wow, so many old friends, hello! Fontaine's Massangar's Nage, Natlan's Flower Feather Clan, and a Knight of Favonius. What's going on with this little gathering of yours? We're convening the multilateral exchange? Another joint war game now. Bullseye, you caught on the situation immediately, Traveler. Sometime back, the Special Patrol sent Rena to Liyue to take part in a joint war game. That war game became the catalyst for ever more frequent exchanges between the armed forces of various nations. This time around is the routine ballistic war game between Fontaine and Mondstadt, aimed at sharpening combatants' battlefield planning capabilities on all sides. And this time, thanks to our friends in the Knights of Favonius putting in a good word, the Warriors of Natlands, Flower Feather Clan, have joined the war game as well. War games, let's go. Flower Feather Clan warriors are skilled at fighting while in flight. They opened the doors to a whole new world for us. I really need that. You might be not. That might not be that far away, bro. That might not be that far away. To be fair. The knights must have gotten to know the Natlanese warriors during their expedition then. Paimon should have thought of that sooner. What's a ballistic war game, really? Paimon understands every word individually, but put them together and it gets a little confusing. Doesn't shooting just mean firing the gun and being done with it? Yes? Aha, if everyone had unlimited ammunition, you just hold down the trigger and most enemies would be no problem at all. While combat is a long drawn-out process, a shooter can only carry so much ammunition, so every shot needs to land, and to land strategically. Okay, so it's a sniper game, no? But the Knights of Favonius have developed a new type of grenade to help shooters sharpen their understanding. Okay. The principle behind it is a little complicated, though. For the specifics, I'll let our friend from Knights of Favonius walk you through it. Coming, apologies. I was buried in the... Oh, it's Hedwig! Oh, hello. The last time I saw her was in 6.4 now. She was doing that. Does she have her eagle? Was it eagle? Was it a owl? Maybe it was an owl, I don't remember actually. Not an eagle, though. I was buried in a report organizing and hadn't even noticed the honorary knight and her little white companion. My greetings to you both. I'm Hedwig, member of the Knights of Favonius' General Affairs Company. Don't we know her? I'm in charge of recording proceedings for this wargame and coordinating between the gunsmiths and our other allies. Speaking of which, the device for this round actually has a connection to you two. Do you remember the strange summer-troll statue that once appeared in the Dappo Gorge? Vaguely. Even Paimon's a bit fuzzy on it. Hedvig, why don't you give us the short version? I'll skip past the old legends and the scattered intel and cut to it. According to the investigation company's findings, that statue was the work of an ancient summer-troll, Ladler of Broth, Perldrick. Guess? Taken an unused domain and reshaped it into a place to drill his battle formation. The honorary knight defeated one of the Childrick's lingering shadows back then, which caused the domain to collapse, and the eyes of Upano that oversaw the formation scattered out into the open. Once the support company had a sample in hand, they spent the better part of a year carefully disassembling and analyzing it. Is this Eula's story quest thing? I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe it's just an event that I don't remember. Eventually they got the technology figured out, because when she said talk about the domain crumbling down, domain to collapse, I thought about Eula's story quest. Eventually they got the technology figured out, combined it with the design principles of Liyue's overhead surveillance desires, and produced a kind of visualizing observation grenade meant for long-range reconnaissance so a shooter can gather information, okay? Around one journey, Paimon never imagined that a little fellow we wrapped up without much fanfare would leave behind such a mysterious treasure. The upshot is, in a wargame settings, the observation grenade lets shooters see through the eyes of the round in flight, deepening their grasp of trajectory and obstacles, okay? So they can practice shooting strategies geared toward different scenarios. It works on quite a few clever little angles. Okay, as far as Flower-Feather clan members, our Syrian riders often have difficulty determining the effects of shots we make while riding our Cucusaurs. We are up in the sky after all, while our targets being far away. These observation grenades can thus help us conduct battlefield damage assessments. The term I learned from the Special Patrol by the by. It's a very concise concept. Glad to be of help. At present, the people involved in the war game have completed everything our two leaders, Chaska and Chirruz, have designated for them. All that's left is to complete our wargame with an expanded sample. Since you're here on Internet, would you like to try it out? By all means. I didn't notice during the Fontinalia Film Festival that you are quite a crack shot and an inspired one too. Perfect. I'm personally interested to see how much your marksmanship improved over the years, Traveler. And from the perspective of the wargame, your lack of familiarity with the observation grenades means that you can form an excellent control group for us, okay. Traveler, it does feel like this grenade thing has a real history with us. Might as well try its effects for ourselves, eh? It should be pretty fun. Sure, let's go. Totally, an extra skill is an extra skill, right? Never know if you run into some sort of bad guy who can only be taken out with muskets or something. Okay. We'll see. Great, in that case, I'll prepare the venue and notify all those we have playing as targets. The results simply make as few adjustments as possible while defeating your target efficiently. We should first say that this drill was made to be tough. Even the Special Patrol's previous marksmanship instructor, Engin, was barely able to pass. I suspect you'll do just fine. Of course, there's no need to feel pressured. Sometimes shooting is not just about technique, but also about inspiration that arises as light as feathers and a little luck to send off on the wind. Don't think of this as a test, but more as a relaxing game. That's how I think about it, actually. Perhaps you'll gain something unexpected from all this. I know how it works. Part of the observation grenade flies before hitting a target, the higher the score. Oh, I didn't know that one. Okay. Lucky, what are they saying? How's it going, Trailer? Make a name shot. Yeah, sort of, although I don't exactly use guns. Another skill is another choice you can make. Who knows, you might find yourself in a future situation where your usual combat skills are restricted. When time comes, the option of using a musket at a range will be open to you. Actually, this I completely forgot. It's not a musket, but we're gonna have weapons in Snezhnaya. So this works. I mean, like I said, it's not a weapon, it's not a musket, but it's a weapon. So makes sense. Mind if I ask you for advice more often then? Hardly. There's no need to call it advice. We'd just be sharing our experiences. Trying to describe your previous shooting form to me. From where I'm standing, you well have the potential to become the best shot in Teyvat and even set new long-range records. Of course, live combat situations Urban settings and target shooting challenges have their own unique features. Use the musket in your hands a few more times and I'm sure you'll uncover its secrets. Okay. How are we getting on with our Natalie's friends, by the by? What's up with by the by? What's that supposed to mean? I never heard that term before. By the by, meaning. By the by is an idiom that means incidentally or by the way. It's used in conversation to introduce tangential information, a side note, or a new topic of saying that by. Okay. I never heard that before. That's literally my first time hearing it. Well, new thing learned. Oh, well then, permit me to be frank. I suspect that if we wanted to recruit Miss Chaska, her base annual salary would come up to 60 million mora. Sorry, how much? Nope, that's the right figure. From the Masan Gardinage's experience, building a piece of weaponry capable of matching her mobility and firepower would be likely hundreds of billions of mora in budget. Several thousand engineers spread across multiple institutions and over a decade of technical breakthroughs, R&D, and testing, and it still might not succeed. It's not at all hyperbole to call her and her soul sniper a Mora Volt that flies. When I watch her engaging targets, I find myself automatically converting each shot she takes into the cost of an equivalent musket round and cannon round. From a cost effectiveness standpoint, putting her on payroll at the salary with offer would be a steal. The figures are favorable enough to leave even the most cynical merchant in awe. Wow. This seems like it's gone well beyond a question of Mora. I understand. Oh yeah, and then we said that, but she's working with Flower Feather Clan. I understand, she's also a holder of a Natlanese ancient name. That makes her one of the most important figures across all Natlan. Which is why I can really only express this wish to you. I'll think of other approaches, borrowing Miss Chaska's strength wherever possible, so the special patrol's capabilities can develop in a more well-rounded direction. One last time. Got any topics that aren't about work? Good question. I think Miss Chaska would be well suited to starring in a crime film, and absolutely in the leading role. A paranormal adventure with a thriller edge to it would also be fitting. Investigating ruins, unearthing ancient powers, working around mysterious factions. Next time I see Director Xavier, I'll mention the idea to him in passing. Not bad. Stock Chaska. We meet again at last, Traveler. How have things been with you lately? It's been good. Thanks for asking. How has it been for you in Fontaine? Honestly, oh shit. Some good and some bad. Let's get the bad out of the way first. As I was crossing some open water on my soul sniper, so she just flies in here. Nice. I wish you can do it in the game too. I wish they wouldn't have to need the phlogiston. I drifted a bit too close to the shooting range. The special patrol mistook me for an airborne target and let off 2 volleys in my direction. Luckily, I was moving fast enough that they couldn't lead the shots properly, and a single round connected, and Captain Charuz arrived in time to call a halt to things. Well, as long as there was no misunderstandings or friction. A lot of good things followed after that. Took a few easy turns through the city, taking my time to admire all the exquisite man-made architecture, the elaborate machines and ornaments, and the beautifully intricate clothes. I'd been a little worried beforehand. The court of Fontaine is a fortress walled in by stone. I wondered whether the limited sidelines might feel oppressive. As it turned out, the experience was just the opposite of life in the Flower Feather clan. Being surrounded by towering buildings gave me somehow a strange and pleasant sense of safety. Once the war game's over, I'd like to take a couple more turns throughout the city. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Chevruz. Let me go look around some more. Being patient, feel out the workings of muscle carefully, observe the tracer trajectories and the hit confirmation signals. That flash of inspiration will find you sooner or later. Okay. And Chaska. Okay, let's go with the second one. First, what's it been like working with the special patrol? Well, above expectations, and not just by a little bit. Their discipline is remarkable, although I can already imagine some of the tribal warriors finding them too rigid, too tied up by the rules to fight freely. But after training new recruits whose baseline skills were all over the map, I gradually came to understand. When individuals don't have overwhelming personal strength, cooperation and discipline are the last guarantee of stable combat power. So I had a thought. Though it might not be one I can act on, Bringing Captain Shirus back to Netland with me and getting her to throw in with the flower-fetting clan's warriors. So both of them want the other one. They're like, Shirus is like, I wish Chaska stay here and work for us. And the Chaska is the same. I wish Shirus would come back with me. That's nice. That's a good friendship already. And the ones that's just beginning. More question would be tricky naturally. Fontaine's wages and cost of living are both on the higher end, but I find a way to put together on an offer she'd be happy with. Beyond just Mora. What about in the end they will just work together? They're like, I'll go to the Natland to help you, whatever you need. But you have to come back to Fontaine. Like, not all the time, but for some time to just help me too. You know, that kind of a deal, you know? You think the Special Patrol is stronger than the Saurian Riders? I figured you'd consider the Warriors stronger. No, this isn't about who's stronger or weaker. The point is to make up for what we lack with what they have. I'm proud of the Flower-Fetted Clan's warriors, and I never doubted the Saurian Riders' ability to take down any monster. But it's precisely because I know and trust them that I am clear on our weak spots. In every battle, we inevitably take a certain amount of casualties. In the past, we've held together as tribes, each warrior doing their part in the battle. Our coordination looking decent enough on the surface, but when it comes to bringing together the processes of responding to losses, training efficiently, and replenishing combat strength, making warrior teams more resilient. Our friends in Fontaine clearly have a wealth of experience worth studying in depth, so we can grow stronger ourselves. Makes sense. I think I see what you mean. Managing teams, designing training programs, giving precise commands in these areas, Captain Charus must be one of Fontaine's foremost experts, no? Obviously. Professional skills to a warrior pursuing collective strength are like a slab of meat sizzling on the open coals to a starving soul. It really is essential to Fontaine. You could absolutely call her one of its key figures. A shame then. Fontaine certainly won't let her go. Poaching from an allied force isn't exactly something a proper warrior of the tribe should be doing. Just take it as a not so appropriate joke on my part. Okay. Oh, the end one is just spy. All good, I'll catch up with you again later. Same as ever then, always run off your feet. Okay. So we have Hedwig Koch and Brenna and Engines here. Will I go to play another round, instructor? I would have got my best score on the board you saw. I'm getting a bit too old for this. Up against this fancy new war game, the most I can do is scrape by with a passing rate. Passing rate is a 60% of Captain Chevreu's score. Outside of you, everybody else flunked, so where's the too old coming from? Keep listening. If you don't shoot now, I'll never see you holding a musket again. I didn't even feel it coming on. How did the time go by so quickly? Aw, she's crying. Eh? What are you crying about? What are you crying for, kiddo? I'm just retiring. It's not like we'll never see each other again. You want to see me? Easy enough. Pick a place, treat me to dinner once a week. Yes. Not just Butter Tidalga. You can pick the Hotel de Boer for all I care. But maybe not every week. How about once a month? Whatever you arrange, I can take. But seriously though, from now on all the new recruits we got are yours. Keep a good guy on Marine and Roxanne. Make sure they don't lose themselves in the work. And don't let the recruits come off short of where you were back in the day. The moment any of them slacks off, give him a swift kick in the rear. Wow. I will. Swift kick in the rear. Good, my sisters are calling me down to Natland for a vacation. Oh, is this the Easy Beer Easy Disco event? Because Melusians are there. I might be out of Fontaine for a couple of months. And when I'm back from vacation, I'll be coming to inspect your results. I'll let you down, instructor. Hello, Koch. How you doing, buddy? I'm very nice. Koch the gunsmith greets you. Where do I know him from? May your range estimates be precise on your ballistics ideal. And you are... member of the support company, yes. Oh, was he in Dormant Port? Yes. He literally said it, I'm dumb. Normally stationed at Dormant Port. I think he's the dude that you beat over the musket game. No? Was Hedwig there also? I remember Hedwig was in the... Homeward Hue Cut the Wind event. You know that you use the owl or eagle. I don't remember which one was that. I'm a member of the support company, almost stationed at Dawnport. This time I've been sent over to maintain the equipment used in the war game. Our muskets were issued in bulk. I worked quite a bit with the cavalry companies, bow and crossbow shooters, in addition to the range company. So you could call me an old friend of Orkan and Hedvig, yes. And this time, the moment word came down about the joint war game, Hedvig went and named me directly to lead the gunsmiths team. Suits me just fine, gives me a chance to really get a feel for the new Pontanian muskets. About the other workings of the observation grenade, let me guess, you're going to ask how does it change direction? The principle isn't actually that complicated. The grenade body uses a low-energy, smokeless powder, so its speed isn't anything dramatic. Pair that with the adhesive devices around the observation mechanism, and on impact, it sticks to the target. Then the side-mounted tracer at the rear ignites, sending out a hit confirmation signal. The remaining space in the warhead is packed with directional charges. Once it's been remotely guided to the point at the next target, igniting those propellants sends it flying onward. And so in Wargame, the observation grenade can perform a limited number of redirections, which fits the Wargames team perfectly. With a finite number of shots, achieve the most flawless trajectory. Okay. I'll come back to chat with you in a bit. Understood, I'm here on standby in time. And lastly, Hedvig. Hello, ma'am. Frankly, I never expected Undernet to come and join this wargame as well. The setup here is quite the production. Friend, what other work do you do? Designated scapegoat. Joking. Truth is, it's all classic clerical work. Whatever comes up, I'm the one running negotiations between the Knights, the Palais Marmonia, and the Netherlands warriors. It cuts down on the friction cost of having too many people going back and forth. Procedural matters during cooperation also fall to me to handle, and I manage the overall travel and expenses budget for the exchange team. Best of luck to you then. Well, here we are meeting again. Aren't we? And then there's our legendary marksman, Captain Chevreuse, of the Special Patrol, known to put rounds within a 1 arc minute dispersion at 1,000 paces. And then there's the not valuable by normal standards Saurian Rider Chaska. Her marksmanship is so absurdly precise, it's like she's got a stabilizer mechanisms built into her hands. No matter how messy or exhausting the work gets, I'm coming out way ahead. They could pay me a negative salary and still be worth it. Plus, I've been finding the musket suits me rather well. After my injury, I'd given up hope of fighting with a sword again. As it turned out, in the wargame I borrowed Koch's musket and I had a few goes at the scenarios. Results were pretty respectable. Maybe I'll be able to return to the front lines with those weapons someday. Why would you need to return to the front lines, huh? Crowd doesn't seem all that big though. By the standards of the early technical exchange meetings, this is a serious turnout. It's a mixed deployment from the ranged, support, and general affairs companies. And if our good vice captain of the 5th company hadn't backed off with some peculiar excuse, Knight's presence alone would be enough to wipe out a sizable monster outfit. To say nothing of the Fontaine captain of the Netherlands Saurian Riders we got here as well. Okay. Start drill. We have 6 chapters, nice. Assault the unsteady stronghold. Training ground consisting mainly of ruined walls and rubble. Stone pillars obstruct the target, so be mindful of your firing angles. In this exercise scenario, the enemy has occupied the ruins and is attempting to turn them into a temporary stronghold. Your forces are to pursue them inside and eliminate all threats. Okay. That looks like Fontaine, to be fair. Is it Fontaine? Ooh. This is Mondstadt, not Fontaine. Why am I saying Fontaine? It looks like Mondstadt. Oh yeah, it's Mondstadt. The longer the projectile's travel distance, the higher the score. Natural, okay, I'm a snitch nine. What are we guarding? Okay, buddy. Better acting this time, guys. Cool. Exiting automatically in 2 seconds, okay. That was nice. New stage. New clash at the old theater. Again, Mondstadt, huh? Training ground modeled after the ruins of an amphitheater, offering relatively open sidelines. In this exercise scenario, 2 hostile forces investigating ruins cross path here, and combat is about to break out. Oh, the dude's walking. Will be interesting. So from there, I can go get this dude. And then from there, I can go get that dude. Or... yeah, I can do that. Then that. And this. And this. Let me see. I don't know if that's good enough. That dude needs to come back. Wow. Undo last shot, I said. Yeah, I have to kill... oh, can I kill it there? Let me see. Blind spots are what matter on patrol. I don't want to try piloting a land cruiser. Can you do that shit? Aren't they automatic? Why do I feel like someone's matching me, buddy? Not bad. Did we get it? I actually haven't seen if we got it or not. Nice, 4K. Okay, so it's all on Mondstadt. Cool. Mountainous training ground with uneven terrain. Its complex elevation changes present a new challenge when planning shot trajectories, but with enough mastery, that challenge can be turned into an advantage that vexes the enemy, allowing a small force of elite troops to delay an enemy force many times its size. Okay. Let me see. One time, ideal trajectory rings appear in the drill grounds. Pass the observation grenade through them and hit your targets to earn a large number of points. 5 points are available in the drill ground. Follow the arrow indicators to move between them to get a full view of the area and plan the most efficient firing strategy. Let me see. Changing firing position. Okay, I cannot go that far away. Is this dude gonna come here? Okay, I can make him 1 then. From there I can go to... this dude? From there I can go there. This is to this. We have to wait though. We gotta wait. No. Wait, what was the other one? I said try again, but... If that was an undo shot, I should have chosen that. From there, I need to hit... Right? Was like this, no? Nice. Nice, that's 2. Nice. E6. There we go. Jump, 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 jump. Nice. Automatically 6k. Nice. That's 3. That's 4. Breakthrough and the Valley Pass. Valleys are classic examples of terrain that is easy to defend and difficult to attack. Even in an age where long-range weapons are widespread, conducting an effective operation to seize such passes with minimal losses remains one of the most important training subjects for forces of all sizes. I hate valleys, so I understand. In any strategy game, they're the worst thing. Okay. Oh, they have a shield. Oh, cooked. Yeah, I got it. Where does this one take me? Okay. Okay. There we go. Hopefully this will work. Nearly 100. Can see pretty far from here. Shields are good stuff. Okay. Oof. Clean, bro. Clean. Keep this rogue blocked. Come on, get it together. There's no other... Okay. Nice. Who are we blocking? Go. I'll let her go as much as she can. Okay. GG's, easy. This is fun. I wish they can do this more. Okay. Chapter 5. Retake the strong point. An exercise based on a worst-case scenario. Anchoring your battle line has been captured by enemy forces, and you must regroup for an offensive to retake the entire area. Barracks at varying distances, towering watchtowers, and roving patrols have all become factors that must be carefully analyzed. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ah, the music's gone. Why are they rushing for? Okay, let's go with this one first. I don't know. I actually don't know. We'll see. I'll try. Did you quit obsessing over that cannon? Oh, you kidding me? Can I shoot him at his ass? Nah. That's a bad shot. That's a bad shot by me. Okay. Do it again. Let me go the other way. Maybe that one's just better. Let me see. This one's just closer. I don't like this. Okay, let me try it like that. Oh, come on. How did that go there? No shot. Okay. Over there, along the opposite ridge. Hey, don't spoil, bastard. Oh no. It worked. It wasn't what I thought I'll do, but it worked. It worked. We're good. We are good. Okay, the last one, the 6th. Hunt through the Shadow Town. An exercise scenario teamed around a desperate situation. Your forces have suffered heavy losses and been scattered completely. With only small detachments remaining, you must operate at night, sow chaos in an enemy-controlled town. Take down as many targets as possible and turn the area into a sink for enemy reinforcements, creating an opportunity for your allies to turn the tide. Okay, let me see. Oh, we're at Fontaine. Hmm. Where does this take me? Hmm. Okay. Can I get that from there? Hmm. Let's see. Can I get it like this? So you have to shoot this person no matter what. Get this. Hmm. Train drops off pretty simply here, okay? Ulti noise for the old mechanism. Aw. Nice. Well, we done it, so I'll take it. Not the best score either, but all good. Nice, 420. Oh, we got the muskets. Nice. Lead the challenge. We're done, ladies. So we have a deal? We have a deal. Deal? What deal? Did Paimon miss something important? The formal phrasing will be confirming the signature on a memorandum. The joint training memorandum on improving shooter effectiveness. On reflection, recruiting Miss Chaska to Special Patrol would mean an incalculable loss of talent for her homeland of Natlan, not the wisest move. And the Special Patrol's clockwork stable functioning would be unimaginable without Captain Chevreus's daily command and coordination. Without her, Fontaine would run into no shortage of trouble. To achieve our objective, we need an unprecedented form of cooperation. Like I said, what is this astonishing telepathy going on? The two expert minds have lined up. They found a plan that works both for the both of them. In short, after consulting with Captain Chevreuse, we decided to start a long-term study exchange of representatives within 3 months. This plan can strengthen the cooperation between the Special Patrol, the Flowerfeather Clan, and the Knights of Favonius, while keeping the burden as low as possible. In the literal sense of those words, we'll send people back and forth. Flowerfeather Clan warriors stay in Fontaine for a stretch, and Special Patrol fighters head off to Natlan. Yeah. So, okay, not exactly what I thought, but yeah, it still works. I thought Chevreuse would leave there for some time, and then Chaska come here for some time. But this one's better. This one's make much more sense. Exactly, though in practice it's not as simple as just letting people from each side go live in the other country. Selection of the representatives, the lodging, the daily curriculum, the simulation training, and live drill schedules, budget arrangements, every detail needs systematic planning, and will be focused on the weak spots, addressing each with its own specific remedy. For instance, the Netherlands warriors don't pay much attention to formation theory, and the Fontanian shooters have almost no live experience with movement against movement marksmanship. So we'll have the Netherlands warriors work in the disciplined squad level units, and we'll have the Kukusors grab the special patrol shooters by the shoulders, fly them low, and have them shoot at intercepting targets. That sounds way too strict. I mean, they have to learn. If you can actually pull it off, the results will be tremendous. Targeted training of the weak points is the most effective method after all. Many of the planned courses also rely on excellent equipment from our Mondstadt allies. Representatives from the Knights of Favonius are essential, and any result from the program should be shared with them. Captain Shivrus, that's the most thoughtful of you. Once again, our thanks for your generous offer. In this drill, the observation grenades and the suite of equipment all perform normally. We'll continue regular deliveries per the existing procurement contract, I guess. As for sending representatives for study, please let me convey this back to our headquarters so that the officers can issue a formal reply. I'll provide you with the formal written documentation. I'll be waiting for good news from you. And at close, the topic should return to our ballistic wargame. Captain Chevruz is uncommonly pleased with this round's results after all. Yes, with your remarkable control group performance to compare against, Traveler, our final piece of the puzzle is in place. This drill has produced a wealth of ballistic planning, thinking samples covering shooters of every skill level. Now, after substantially improved original musket marksmanship textbooks and even the instructor manuals for shooter training, efficiency could be raised several-fold. Feel free to call me in for the next war game. I'd be glad to take part in another exercise like this one. Exactly. That's just what... Oh my god, that's just what I was waiting to hear. Rest assured, I'll send you a letter the moment the time comes. With the marksmanship talents you're showing, you ought to be sitting on the test setter's side of the table next time. Oh, like the one we had with Kazuhana. Did not cry. Haha, helping our friends Mondstadt, Fontaine, and Edlin all get stronger is the best feeling there is. If one day Paimon hears that the books we helped put together produced an amazing warrior, and that warrior drove off the monsters with a few quick shots, keeping everybody safe, that feeling would be just as good as scaring the bad guys off ourselves. Proud and grounded all at once. Hell yeah. And that day is pretty close, to be fair. My bad. My bad. Wow, we actually finished it just before the ad. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. The Cardinals will send the Fontaine for the long-term exchange. My top picks are Junan and Inkanak. The two of them coming together should work out quite well. I would love to see that. I don't know if they'll show us that, but... Captain, we're serious about what you just said? Keep listening for a bit. I'll have to be carried through the air by a Kukusaurus too. That's right. Now I'll have to practice handling the musket up there, shooting at ground targets at high speed. That's right. Then, is there a raise involved? There is. Okay, I'm in. Honestly, even without the raise, I'd be in. Money's never the issue. The dignity of a special patrol officer is. If the Flower Feather Clan Saurian Riders can do it, I'm not about to admit defeat. Honestly, I knew you'd accept even without the raise, but I don't want to shortchange anyone on the team. So beyond the raise, there will be a series of supplementary insurance arrangements and stipends as well. Make sure you got the stamina to handle harsher combat conditions. I'll be adding targeted physical conditioning training as well. Let's start with a 100,000 pace-weighted run. What? I'll run. I'll run my best. Dangling in midair really does take it out of you, doesn't it? So for this 100,000 pace run, I'll carry 50 units of weight. I was going to say 35 units, but since you're volunteering 50, then L'Atelier can run the same standard. We'll see whatever the others can take it after that. Okay. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. Thinking that that's okay. Well, if they can actually get better with that, okay, go ahead, I guess. Almost done for the day. Fancy a couple of drinks at the Rusty Rudder over there? Drinks? You'd be paying out of your own pocket then? I'm not approving a single mora for it. All good. We'll cover it ourselves and bring a few good bottles back for Harkon, Ursula, and Gunter. Oh, and Captain Kaya and the Grandmaster too. Count me out regardless. I gotta organize the records from this wargame properly, and the range company has to leave someone behind to help me. And there's this special patrol's written documentation for the Grandmaster, the study exchange plan. We got him made another fine start to something without even meaning to. Bruh. Well, that's nice. Not like we are making nations stronger and coming together at the same time. It's not just like they're getting better at whatever they're doing. They're getting together as well. Like they're meeting each other, they're getting friends. They're getting friendly, they're becoming friends. They're having a partnership with each other. That's nice. And that's probably gonna be necessary at the end game. Whatever that's gonna be like. Nice. 38, nearly done. So my daily is done. Cool. This was nice, to be fair. I wish they can do stuff like this more often. You know? Because their side events are always fun. You know, but the unfortunate thing is that it is fun, yes, but you never see them again. Like, even if you're lucky to see them again, it'll be like a year later. So that's sad. I wish we will have stuff like this way often. Even without the rewards, I'm like, yep, they give us primogems, that's cool, but even without the rewards, these are cool. You know? I wish they would do stuff like this more, even without the rewards, just as like a gameplay. You know? I don't know, maybe. I don't know what they're thinking for the future, but we'll see. But I like this one. This one was, like I said, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot.